Retro Tech Toys is proudly sponsored by PCBWay. Get your PCBs today with quick turnaround time and as low as $5 for your first order plus shipping. They even do CNC and 3D printing work, so make sure to check out PCBWay.com today. And by Linode Cloud Computing. Simple, affordable, and accessible. Whether you're working on a personal project, such as a game or app, or you're managing your enterprise's infrastructure, Linode has the pricing, support, and scale you need to take your ideas to the next level. Check them out for free today with a $100 credit by clicking the link below. Welcome back to Retro Tech Toys. I was doing another video and this came in, so I had to pause everything because I want to open this now and I want to share the contents with everyone. This is my Video Games Monthly July subscription box, and I went full out and got the 10 game maximum subscription, and it's going to be awesome. Sorry, I'm still dressed up because I just got off of work and the box was sitting at my door. So I put everything down to record this video. So let's get started. Okay, we're back. So this is my Video Games Monthly July subscription box. I signed up for the full 10 out at a time, which is the max you can go. If anyone's curious about what Video Games Monthly is, it is a monthly subscription box where you can choose the amount of games that you want to receive every month from 3 to 10, and there's a set fee for that. This was $79.99 plus $12 shipping, so somewhere around $91 and some change after tax. And you're supposed to get 10 games. You have to select 4 consoles that you want to collect for. So I selected Wii U, NES, Famicom, and Super Nintendo, as I just got a Super Nintendo clone so I can play those games now. I'm really excited to open this. I actually opened the box because I thought it would have another box inside, because they usually give you like a decorative subscription box, but I guess 10 games out at a time, I guess that doesn't fit in the boxes they have, so they just packed everything in this box. And I didn't look inside, so I don't know what's in there. As soon as I realized that the games were just in the box, I stopped and put the lid back on like this and closed it back up and got ready to do the video. So let's go ahead and open these up together. We'll see if we got our values worth, or if we got a little more or a little less, and we'll talk about that a little bit at the end as well. So let's start opening these. I ordered so many games that it just came in a priority mailbox. That's awesome. I like that. And this is a Famicom game, Tower of Druaga. I don't have this game at all. I can see, thankfully it's in English there, so I was able to see exactly what it was on the label. I don't know what Castle Druaga is, but I do want to play it. I actually don't know how much it's worth, but I will put that right here so you guys can see. And we'll tally everything up at the end, and all these games I will list over here. I'll put a picture of the box and the price that it's going for right now as a collectible. This looks pretty cool. This looks like possibly, I guess, a platformer with some fantasy elements, which is right up my alley. And I'm really happy to have another Famicom game. And here's one of the extras they usually pack in. This is just a little bracelet they throw in. It says, "Play the past into the future." That's a cool little bracelet. I'll probably just put it up somewhere on a display. I don't really wear these, but it's really nice to get a couple little extras. It just kind of shows you that they go the extra mile and that they care about their customer base. Renegade for the NES. And I don't know what this is worth. It seems like a beat 'em up, so yeah, it might not be worth that much. That's cool. I haven't played this. I've actually never heard of it. It looks like the cartridge has some writing, and I can tell where a movie rental sticker was pulled off of it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm looking in here and the connector and everything looks really good. It doesn't look dirty, so that's awesome. Hey, I'm happy to play it. I do like a good beat 'em up from time to time. And let's see what else we have. Oh, we've got Dragon Quest III. I don't know if anybody here knows, but I am a huge Dragon Quest fan. I do not have this for NES, and I do not have it for Famicom. I've actually not had a chance to even play it before in my life. I played the first 2, of course, then I played later versions of Dragon Quest, and I'm a huge fan. But Dragon Quest III is one I haven't gotten to play yet. I don't know if I'll be able to play it because it's probably in Japanese, but maybe I can hold like the Google Lens or whatever up to it and read it that way while I play it. Again, I don't know what it's worth. I will put that right up here so you guys can see. This is 3 games so far out of 10. And so far, I like the selection so far. I'm not disappointed. No sports games or anything like that. All right, we got a Wii U game. This one's open, but one thing I do like about it is that it is in its original box. It doesn't have the insert, but it does have the box. It has the cover, and it has, you know, of course, the disc. You'd want that, but my point is that it's not a loose disc. A lot of these services will give you a loose disc, and if there's anything I hate, it's a loose disc. I don't like collecting loose discs. And this wasn't loose. When you collect for Wii U for Video Games Monthly, it says they send you up to 1 Wii U game a month. This one's a cheaper one. I'm going to guess it's probably $4 or $5. We'll find out. I actually sold off a lot of my Wii U games recently because I decided I wasn't going to collect anymore. But now I regret it and I want to collect again. So this is a good way to do it. So here's the Wii U game. It is Lego Marvel Superheroes. I'm not the biggest fan of the Lego games, but this is one I'd probably like to try out. I'm more than happy to have it in my collection. So we've got 4 games out of 10. Let's see what else is in here. I got another Famicom game, and it's Pac-Land. I'm okay with that. Now, I used to play Pac-Land in the arcade when I was a kid. I think maybe 6 or 7, depending on when it came out. And I remember I really liked the game a lot. I don't know how faithful this is to the arcade version, but I'm more than happy to have this in my collection. Again, I don't know how much it's worth. I'll put that up here as always. And this is perfectly fine with me. I'm a big fan of the Pac-Man games. I was a big fan of Pac-Land as a kid, and I haven't gotten to play them since. So that's exciting enough for me. I'm pleased with that. Let's move on to the next game here. Oh, I feel another disc. Looks like we've got another Wii U game, which you're only supposed to get 1 a month, so that's pretty cool. This is the Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. And it's sealed. Completely sealed. It's not open. I used to have this game. It was part of the stuff that I sold when I sold most of my Wii U collection off. But I'm going to go ahead and start collecting them this time because that was a stupid move. I'm really happy to have this. I may not open it because it's complete and it's sealed, and I like that. And if I ever decide to play it again, then I'll open it. But for now, we'll keep that sealed. Going to put the value up there, and we'll move on to the next one. So we have 6 games here so far. That means we should have 4 more in here. Aha, here's the another extra they put in there. This is a Video Games Monthly coaster, because it's got a little guy holding a beer. So, hey, that's cool. I've got my Mountain Dew Zero sitting here, and we'll stick that right there on the coaster. So we're still 6 games out of 10. Let's reach in here and see what we've got. Oh, I pulled out a Super Nintendo game. This is Revolution X Music is the Weapon featuring Aerosmith. The cartridge looks pretty decent. A little wear here, but that's to be expected. I've not played this before, but isn't this a light gun game? I can't remember. I don't remember what this was because I don't think I've ever actually played it, but I know of the game. So we've got 7 games out of 10. Let's see what else is in here. And we have another Super Nintendo game. This one is WWF Super Wrestlemania. Now, when I was younger, I liked wrestling a lot. You know, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and all the guys of the Ultimate Warrior. I used to watch wrestling in the late 80s and early to mid 90s. I don't anymore, but that's okay because this is a mid 90s type game. So I think I'll have fun playing this. It's not my preferred genre. That's okay. I'm probably guessing that this is maybe worth a few bucks. I don't know. I'll stick that up there as I always do. This is totally fine. It's in good condition, and it's just another game to add to my Super Nintendo collection. Okay, I've got a Nintendo game here, an NES game. It's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I know of the movie. I worked at a Blockbuster for a long time, back when those were a thing. I actually managed one, so I'm familiar with this movie, but I've never played the game. I don't know anything about it. I know that games based on movies usually aren't that good, but it's not a sports game, and it's a game I'd probably collect anyway, because I'm trying to collect most of the US released NES games and some of the Japanese Famicom games, minus the weird sports games, except for a couple. This totally fits that bill. It's something I'd collect. I'm more than happy to have it in the collection, so hey, not bad. And the only thing I see here is it looks like it was in a rental store, because it has a sticky label here that leaves a bunch of residue when you peel it off, and that's been peeled off and the residue is still there. So I don't know if I'll try to clean that up because it's on the label. There should only be one more game, but I'm feeling extra games in here, so I'm guessing we got a 1 or a 2 or a 3 up. I'm not sure which. What that means is that they put extra games in your box. So let's look in here and we'll just see what we've got. Number 10 is NES Snake's Revenge. This is a game I know well, and it's one I don't have, and it's one that I've not seen locally. Again, I don't know the value, but the cartridge is in great shape. Everything looks really good. I would pretty much call the cartridge nearly pristine. It's not torn, it's not coming up at the seams. There's no stickers or anything like that. The electronics, from what I can see, look pretty good, so there you go, Snake's Revenge for the NES. I don't know how many more we have. We're only supposed to have 10, but you can always have more in your box. Which, hey, I'm not complaining, that's great. But let's check it out. Well, let's pull out number 11. Number 11 is Operation Wolf. Definitely a light gun game. Can't remember if you could use the controller with it also. If you can, either way, I've got the light gun, I've got the controller, I can do both. This is one I used to play in the arcades as a kid. I haven't played it since. It's not a weird sports game. It's not a duplicate. I haven't gotten any duplicates yet, so we're already doing so much better than Retro Game Treasure, if you remember the video for that, which was not a service I recommend. So far, Video Games Monthly is doing a lot better job. I'm more than happy to have Operation Wolf. I know it's a common game. That's totally fine. Feels like we've got one more in there, and it is Famicom Pinball. Again, I know probably a very common game, but that's really cool because I've been wanting to play some 8-bit pinball lately, and I haven't bothered to check out any ROMs for that, and I don't have anything that's pinball related for the NES or the Famicom, and I haven't seen anything in the stores that are local here, like the video game stores that have retro games, so this will be a fun one to play. I'm more than happy to check it out. I'll stick the value up here. I don't imagine it's going to be more than $1 or $2, but that's okay. I'm happy to have that. That's game number 12. It might be it. Let me just look in here one more time. Oh, here's one more actually. So we got 13 games this month. I paid for 10, I got 13. That's fantastic. Here is the 13th, and that is called Star Luster. That looks like it is probably a shoot 'em up. I don't know if it's like an overhead shoot 'em up or if it's like a side scroller or what it is. I've never played it, but it's a Famicom game and I don't have it. The artwork looks really cool, and this is probably the nicest condition Famicom game that I have in my collection. It's nearly pristine, which is not something I'm used to seeing with Famicom games. Usually when I see them, they're just in really bad shape. And it's nice and tight. It doesn't sound loose. Like if you see this pinball here, I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like it's a little bit loose in there. That's okay. You can open these. It's a little bit harder to open than an NES cartridge, but you can open them. So I might have to have a look at that later. But this one is great. It looks really good. Star Luster, I haven't played it. I'll stick the value up there. And then let's talk about what we have here. Okay, I moved the games off to the side and I moved the box out of the way. Now, let's have a little talk about this because I did have a couple of comments on the last video, and rightfully so. They were fair comments, fair criticisms of services like this that said, well, you're not getting your money's worth. Why would you pay $50 or $60 or $70 and you only get $40 worth of games? You're losing $10. People are taking your money. Well, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, that's true, but you have to understand that these are private companies. They're doing a service for you where they have to make money, and if they can't make money, then they can't continue as a service. Now, these companies don't pay me. I don't have any sponsorship with Retro Game Treasure or Video Games Monthly or any of these collectible services. These are things that I just like to try out, And it's nice because I like to build my collection, number one, and I don't always know of some of these games. Many of these games I've never heard of, or never gotten to play, or just haven't found locally. And they're not stuff that I just go and pick off of eBay or something either, because we know how overpriced eBay is. If anybody's taking your money, it's eBay. That place is expensive. This is fine. This is something that you pay for, and somebody goes and hunts for games for you. They probably get these games on the cheap in bulk, and then they sort through them and get all the ones that work and look good, and they pass them on to you. And I think that's cool. I know the term curated gets thrown around way too much, and you know, I agree with that sentiment, but it's nice to have somebody filling up your collection for you, especially if these are games you don't already have, games you've never heard of. They're just helping you add to your collection, so they're making a couple of bucks off of you. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't tallied up the total for this. You know, you'd think they're making a few dollars off of you, and that helps the company move forward. It helps them hire employees, and it helps them continue doing what they do, which is a pretty fun little service. And they always throw in little extras, and their customer service is really good. So that's, you know, those are all pluses as far as I'm concerned. So I don't have any problem with paying for this. Honestly, half the value of this is me buying it for whatever price and then just being able to make a cool video and share it with everybody. That's fun for me. That's half the fun, is making the video and unboxing this stuff. I love that. So right there, you know, the $91 that I spent, half of the value is being able to share all of this publicly. That's fun, but I know this isn't for everyone, and I'm more than happy to ask that question if people want to talk about it in the comments below. Is this something that you do or that you'd consider doing? Because it wasn't something that I considered for a long time until I started seeing these services all over the place, and I said, you know what, I'll give it a try. One of the services I did not like, and so far this is the second one I've tried, and I love it. And I think I'll try them again next month. I don't know if I'll do the 10 out at a time. We'll see which one I end up going with. That's all I've got for today. I'll stick the value of everything here on the video right over here somewhere so you can see exactly what I paid and exactly what the value is for every one of these put together, so we can decide for ourselves if we made money, or if we got what we paid for, or if we lost money. Thank you so much for watching Retro Tech Toys. We're gonna have discussion videos and hardware videos coming up really soon. So thanks for watching. Be safe. We'll see you next time.